Hey, glad to see you're back. Part 2, Champion of the Year, 10 to 1. Let's fucking fly through it. Right, coming in at number 10. The man with the most battles this whole year and consistently has the most battles all of the time. Dre Dennis. Dre Dennis is number 10. Just made it in the post. Now, I feel like it's disrespectful not to throw Dre Dennis in any champion year. His name should always be there. You know, for the amount of battles he's taking alone, whether he wins or loses. What is it? He's on around about... I feel like it's about 32 battles. It was something that... I feel like I counted about 32. Maybe I'm off slightly. And that's at least once a week. If not... Like, it's just madness. It's just madness how many battles he's taken. Unfortunately, a lot of these are lower names. You know, there's some 2-on-2s in there. I think there's like Shuni the Rapper's in there. Danny Myers, which is a great battle. Also, Shotgun Shug in there as well. There's names in there, but there's a lot of like nonsense names. But that's what happens when you battle so much. I think a lot of the good parts of it is where he was running through a lot of the battlers in KOTD Season 1 on the actual tourney. However, just gone up against Shorty P. Too many P and piss bars and urine, you know, like urine over your head, like like a lot of piss bars, which didn't go that well. And that hurt. Like, if he beat Shorty P, then I could see him coming up to a higher number. Losing the Shorty P at the very end, that hurt a little bit. He's had a good battle versus QP as well on URL. He's pretty much been in every league also. It's just, right now with Dre Dennis, there's so many battles, it's hard to keep on top of. And if they're not all up there, great performance, then they're not the best look for Dre. In 2022, I would like to see Dre Dennis have less battles, but kind of more concise battles. So more battles like high names and putting himself on. I could see a Dre Dennis versus a Tay-Rock on Gates of the Garden. I could see like a one-rounder at least, you know. Just something, you know, kind of more about him. Even the Geechee Gotti one-rounder, it's a great one-rounder, but it's close. It's very close. So, yeah, I have got Dre Dennis at number 10. After 10, it gets tough. After 10, this whole list gets tough. Oof, right. Coming in at number 9, I've got Chess. Chess has had a great year. He has had a great year. There's no question about it. 2 potential Battle of the Years with Loso and Easy the Block Captain. It just great performance through and through. Even with the Chess, with the Clips battle, which is also just another great performance from him. Also, potentially could have lost that. Just a great performance from him. Even the Kid Chaos battle as well. I think with Chess, there's so many other battlers that have had something similar, if not better than Chess, that I couldn't put the Chess above them. But he's been very consistent the whole year. I would have liked to seen Chess take a battle at the very start. I think the Loso battle was the first battle he came back to. And that was sort of some point, maybe April, May, like around about that time. It would have been good to see Chess take a battle somewhere in February, where just an extra one to kind of sweeten the pie a little bit. You know, being said, very good year from him. Number 8, again, I didn't have him in the top 20, but I had to throw him in there. DNA has had a great year. You know, at the very start, Geechee Gotti, very start of the year, getting called Gary. Like, just a very good battle there. Like, one of the first super fights, you know. I don't think that should have been a super fight battle. Like, that could have been for like another, like a bigger event, but not a main event in a bigger event, you know? It could have been something there. But it is what it is. It was a super fight event there at the very start of the year. It started the year off right. Then DNA has the Av battle, which is, again, and Av was looking scary. Like, versus Fawns in December, Av was looking scary. Then we have him versus DNA, which DNA managed to, like, neutralize quite a lot of what Av does. And you think even Av tried to do this talk to him round, which didn't work. It didn't work on DNA, which is quite crazy to see. Then DNA has the B-Dot battle, which, again, a good battle, a debatable, unknown, big look. You know, after having the B-Dot battle, he then goes across and battles King Los. King Los battles the only reason he's not further up the list. I think with King Los, he wanted that battle for years, and he talked about that battle for years. He brought up King Los's name a lot. And when he actually had King Los in his hands, King Los kind of showed how he's that good. You know, like King Los at 60%, as he said, was probably the best King Los he's ever been. It leads me to believe that 60% King Los, he was less than that versus Daylight, and he was less than that versus Head Ice. Like, this was clearly in a shout the best King Los. Like, not even any question of it. I didn't like that 60% shit. I really didn't like that because it was the best King Los, and your other battles weren't up to scratch. That one was a real good battle. And then he ends his year off with Real Sick, which is a good battle through and through, and it's just a debatable battle. It is what it is. It's a debatable battle. And going through what DNA has got, it's just high-level competition. High-level competition, you know? Like, none of the battles that he's taken are slouches at all. They're all the best of the best of an era. And it's good to see that DNA wasn't scared of that and just took them all on. For me, he is down at number 8. Now, 7, 6, and 5 is all just squeaky, could be changed all the time. So, I tell you what, I've got all written down, but even in my head, I'm not quite getting it all exact right, because these three are so close for different reasons. It's unbelievable. So I'm gonna throw it out there. Number 7 is going to Danny Myers. I know, Danny Myers, the same guy who ran off from Real Sick. I know. That was bad. That's one of the worst things we've seen live on Gnome. Like, that and the Jack Boy shit. Like, they're up there. Giving up on a battle and just stopping, period. That was rough to see. Danny, however, even with that, his comeback around has had battle after battle after battle, which are just fucking great, with such high quality content. Not giving up. Not like he did in that battle, just the whole year, not giving up. Beating Arsenal, beating Drugs, beating Shotgun Shug, Battle of the Year, Jay the Nightwing, Ace Amin, great battle, 2-on-2 with Tink and Ace Amin. Tink, I need to see Tink back. I really need to see Tink the Demon back. He had a battle on Traffic that never went. Tink needs to come back. He's just had so much this year. Kid Chaos as well. Like, just so much this year. Just clear work. ENS, fucking Bill Collector. Just work this whole year. It's just that Real Sick shit is so damaging. So damaging that there's not much else you could do about that, you know? It is what it is. Like, you've not ran off, your mind ran off and you quit. You know, you just stood there and took the beating. But apart from that, like, he could have been top 3. Like, he really could have. If he, the way that first round was going, like, in Danny Myers' favour, if he had that for 3, he could have been top 3. He could have been number 1. He could have been. But that's for another time. Number 6. Okay, I'm changing this around. Number 6, Real Sick. I know, the guy that bodied Danny Myers is just one level above. It's a cruel game. It's a cruel game. So all year he's been great. Real sick all year. Battle of the Year contender versus Mike P at the start of the year, first main event. That's one of those battles I still go back and watch. It's just a fucking top-notch battle. After that, having like the battles versus Danny Myers, which after the Danny Myers battle, you had Arsenal, which he kind of walked through, like it was quite easy for him, and then also having Av as well. But Av was a difficult one. And then he had Pat Stay, which is a difficult one. And then he had DNA, which is a difficult one. He just had such good competition throughout the year. Now, we don't take too much into this, but the 2-on-2 with B-Dot and versus Arsenal and Kid Chaos, ooh, that was bad. That wasn't, as a 2-on-2, they probably had the worst performance as a 2-on-2, unfortunately. Versus the people who we thought, they'd be nothing. Kid Chaos and Arsenal come out swinging. It was just unfortunate what happened there. But I've got Real Sick down as number 6. Just being tipped off for that top 5 spot because it's tough. It's a tough play. It's a cruel game. He should be up one, but number 5, Sue Surf. I can't believe I've said that. Oh no, I could get flamed for that. Sue Surf is top 5. Now, Sue Surf he did fuck all for 9 months of the year. Which is why this is so holy shit, oh my god, this shouldn't be happening. In 90 days, Sue Surf went 9-0 versus John, Calico, and Twerk. 3 of the best battlers in the world. He went 9-0 in 90 days. That's fucking disgusting. After where Sue Surf was, where his last position was, he was in the fucking dirt. I don't know what groove he found, but he found it, and he is absolutely washing everyone. The John battle, nobody thought that. John, I got him. You got him and died. Calico, we're talking about the shooting, and died. Twerk battling Rock, having one of the best battles of the year, stumbling, choking, and died. The level of content. Surf, you could say, has had 3 performances of the year in all 3 battles that he has had. There's only one other battler that you could say could possibly have that. Sue Surf's just, honestly, I think for a long time, K-Shine was the most dangerous battler in the world. And then it was Twerk. And then K-Shine took the throne back. Then Geechee. Then K-Shine took the throne back. Sue Surf right now is the most dangerous battle rapper going. If he keeps the way he's going now, I don't want to see a choke from Sue Surf. He's right now the most dangerous battle rapper. There's no discussion on that. The content, everything that he's doing, unfucking believable. But you see why that's such a tough little grouping, 5, 6, and 7. Danny, Real Sick, Sue Surf. You see why that's so tough? Yeah, I gotta go Sue Surf on that one because it was so unexpected and just the matter of how he's done it. I think if anyone else did something like that, then it would be, oh my god, Danny Myers would be the only other type of battle rapper that could manage something like that, let alone 30 them. I don't even think Danny Myers could 30 John if he did a rematch with him, Calico, and then he didn't 30 Twerk, Just crazy what Sue Surf can do. Just fucking crazy. I'm kind of hoping after all the names that I've mentioned there, even the 5th place, going through these names of Mad Flex and, Ill Will, Fawns, Chess, Danny Myers, the names that we've gone through, Luke Astros and people like that even for Sue Surf to be number 5, I've got a feeling we would know, whatever way my hand does it, I feel like we got to know who the top 4 are. It's just all about where they're placed. So, let's do it. In number 4, Rum Nitty. Rum Nitty's had a great year. There's no denying it. Great year. What he's managed to do in his rematch battles has been wild. Like, actually taking someone the year before, then being able to beat them with more material and none of the material you used the year before. That's wild. And he had to do that for a whole 100k tourney for 3 battles. That is crazy. That's crazy. With him as well, it's just been a level of consistency with Rum Nitty now. But I think 2022 will be it'll be a special year for Rum Nitty. I think that it's either going to be a great year for him or people are going to get bored of the style. When like an Easy the Block Captain comes through and, you know, changing the game a bit, and, you know, and there's other people, Luke Castro coming through, changing the game a bit, Jay the Nightwing, you know, changing the game a bit. Are people going to get bored of the Rum Nitty style? It's tough to say. The reason why I've got Rum Nitty at 4th is because of the Hollow the Dawn battle. I think that battle there was just nasty. You know, it wasn't what we wanted it to be. It was hyped up for a very, very long time, and it just sort of fell flat. Like, it wasn't a performance that we really wanted. It wasn't a performance that we really expected. We wanted more from both of them. Rum Nitty comes from winning 75,000 in the tourney and having one of the battles of the year with Geechee Gotti to then do what he did versus Hollow. And I don't know if that was the crowd's fault or if it was Rum Nitty in the bars that he had not being up to scratch to what he normally does. It just didn't mesh. It really affected him. And even, well, to me it affected him. And even the T-Rex battle, which he won, and in the end, you beat someone that you lost to prior, which is great. It's just, that one, you still didn't have the same fire. Still didn't quite have the same fire on him that he did in the tourney, and that's, well, because there's 100,000 on the line. And some battles before that, you know, he just sort of kind of went on a very slight decline. He still won the battles, but he's still just a slight decline. But that's enough for me to say, yeah, you're not quite there. Number 3, Easy the Block Captain. He is down as number 3. Easy is definitely quality over quantity. You know, he was on every stage. Great performances. The only other battler than Sue Surf you could say performance of the night almost every time he stepped on. You know, just constant good work. You know, you can't take anything away. Battle of the Year versus Chess. Amazing. Managed to bring the best T-Rex we've seen in about 5-6 years. The best T-Rex. Showing his level of ability versus K-Shine as well. Like that, K-Shine is a tough battle. That's a scary battle. Even if it's a K-Shine that lost all years, K-Shine's still scary. Still a scary battle, and you just came in there, stared him in his face, and said everything you said.
Female empowerment, nigga, I still shine. I got no reason to impress none of y'all niggas. I don't lie. I done stepped on coke to stretch the supply of Reggae when the Reggie was live. Even diluted PCP. If God could walk on water, so can I. What?
You know, just a level of work all year. We can't deny his talent. Like, as much as I want to say, what's annoying for me is I've got a really good pal of mine who has been backing Easy the Block Captain for fucking years, saying he's the best, backing him like 2019, pre-COVID, backing Easy the Block Captain, and he was right. And it's just petty for me to be like, but Easy Block Captain's fire. And I said to him, like, I think it was the Swag Tana battle he was sharing to me, and I was like, that's a good 3-round, but I'm not going off that 3-round to say he should be here. And Ultimate Madness, and then he gets all these opportunities, and now we're here, top 3, and Murder Mook ducked him. Easy the Block Captain versus Murder Mook has to happen. That has to happen. Has to. Now that the battle had been announced and not happened, it needs to happen. Like, there's a lot more anticipation for that now. And that'll be a real rookie versus vet battle. Like, the realest one, just would be incredible. I'd be real excited for that. And I get it, Mordamuk, what he did versus Reed Dollars. I get that. Just, it's something that I'd be real excited for. The top two. Right, Rum Nitty's fourth. Easy's third. Second place. Give it to the A-Ward. A-Ward is second place on Champion of the Year. A-Ward has had such an amazing year. Just super stellar. Battle after battle. Just kicking ass. Taking names. Just going crazy all the time. Even winning the rematch versus Geechee Gotti. Like, just all that. Beating Charlie Clips and Arsenal. Unfortunate they're round, like, one rounders. Still beating them. He's still big. And going through URL gunners in smaller leagues. You know, these battlers should be beating A-Ward. They're in the number one league. They're coming over to stand face A-Ward because the level of interest A-Ward has is getting these battlers that are caught on URL contracts to then fuck off, battle A-Ward, then lose, and then go back to URL like, I tried my best. You know, A-Ward has been really showing levels. Like, unbelievable. Clearly, right now, the most anticipated battler to be on URL that isn't on the league. Clearly. And it's so tough to say that he's not Champion of the Year. It's really tough to say. Because he's so close to being it. So close. Hairpin fraction, you know. I think with me that the XL battle hurts. XL can get credit for that. He can really take credit for beating A-Ward. The one time A-Ward is just sort of messing up. A-Ward could have done that with someone slightly less known than XL, but XL of all people. And XL's cold. XL is cold with it. It's just hairpin. Just the tiniest bit of hair. Just missing out. If people say A-Ward is top one, if people say Easy is one, if people say... I'd be a question if Rum Nitty's one. But the top three, if they say that they're one, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It's just how it falls and how the debates go. Just fucking great shit, A-Ward. Just fucking great shit. My favourite phrase, that being said... Number one, Champion of the Year. Geechee Gotti. Like, what else? Like, I think the part two is a lot more predictable than part one. You know, the names that come up is just where they land, you know. I think with Geechee Gotti, it's just had such a great year. You know, like, going off your DNA, then he had math. Then he won 75,000, like Drew in the final versus top tier competition. Say top tier, like Riggs, and then Swamp, and then Casey, who was beating everyone at that time. You know, going off. He then took his break, which if his break took any longer, then it'd be reason to go maybe A-Ward's above, but just come back in time for Summer Madness. Calico, which is a great battle. Debatable, but great battle. Then clearly beating Lux, and that's the fucking big takeaway. How Geechee Gotti dealt with Lux. Lux's stock is not the same. Today's price wasn't yesterday's price. Today's price is different. For Lux, like, that was detrimental. What happened? Like, that's the tipping edge. Beating Lux is the tipping edge for me, for Geechee Gotti to be Champion of the Year. He had a good battle versus Dre Dennis too, and by fuck, what makes it super duper close is A-Ward beating him in his hometown. But then it's losing A-Wards and then 30 in Lux. 1 and 2, I feel like I should have just put them as like a half and half, and who wins. But if I really had to, with the hair on my chinny chin chin, Geechee Gotti's number 1. Geechee Gotti is number 1. There we'll have it. Champion of the year, Geechee Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, do what you want to do. Like, I know people won't always agree with what I'm saying. I think the first part 1 is nasty. I think it's a real nasty lineup. You know, same thing, trying to take my biases out of it. I probably could have given A-War number 1, but when the Lux battle is so big, Geechee's got to get it. Geechee has to have that number 1 spot.